Today I have the pleasure of sitting with Lisette from Perez-Carrillo. I'm trying my best to pronounce that after my attempts with Ken at the trade show. So good morning, are you okay?
I'm good, yes.
Good, yeah. So over in the UK, and you're new to Tour's portfolio. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the brand as a whole and how you got to where you are?
Well, the brand itself is a family brand. My father is one of the few master blenders left, Lisette Perez-Carrillo. He's been doing this for over 50 years. And me and my brother also work at Perez-Carrillo, and we're a fourth generation.
Wow.
This started way back in the early 1900s, where my great-grandfather was selling what they call penny cigars in Havana, Cuba. And my father inherited the company many years before, not this company or previous company, from his father. So he was involved even in his teen years. For me, this has been a journey since I was a very small child. When I was 4 years old, I used to go to the factory and put these bands on with my mom. And put the cellophane on the cigars, and as I grew older I took on other responsibilities, mostly putting in customer data into the first computer. I'll never forget that. I was about 12 years old when we got our first computer, and it's just running around the factory, listening to cigar makers who made it to Miami from Cuba, just talking and learning very interesting Spanish. Even nowadays people wonder, how does she know that word? And it's just
grew up with it. Yeah,
just you grow up listening to just people talking about their home country and their trade, and saw my father developing his skill over all of those years. He's only 22 years older than me, so he was a child himself when he had me, and so we kind of learned a lot together. Like I said, that was kind of my second home, the factory in Little Havana, Miami. Once it came time to decide on a career, I was torn because I always wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
So I had a conversation with my dad, and I said, I can't really turn this down. So I went to New York, the big city, and went to law school there, and spent a few years there practicing. Then moved back to Miami, continued practicing as a lawyer, and one day, we sold that original company, and then one day, 10 years after we sold it, my father had to make a decision to either continue or go on his own. So he sat down with me and my brother, and the timing was just right. It was 2009, and he said, I've never pressured any of you to do this or be in the tobacco business. So it's about what you guys want to do with your lives.
Yeah.
And so we decided, let's do this. And that's how Perez-Carrillo started. This is our 15-year anniversary, so we're very excited about that. And just a lot of wonderful things, learning through the years. We started, my dad being the person responsible for the blending and the factory, and my brother and I basically sat in this small office before we moved to our offices now and said, so you want to do sales, I do marketing, you want to do finances, I do legal. And it was just kind of these two fourth generation kids just kind of learning how to run a business. And it's just been a wonderful experience over the years. There's obviously in family business a lot of trial and tribulations, but we've managed to always keep that level of respect where each of us knows our strengths, and we work towards just making our brand about those that enjoy our cigars, and always keeping them on top of mind.
So after practicing being a lawyer, is that something you still do now, or are you just
They say that I act like a lawyer a lot, so, so I think it's just something intuitive, but I do enjoy handling any of the contractual
That's handy to have.
And with the regulation in the United States, it was very handy, and also here in the UK, Europe, other countries, there's a lot of legal steps that need to be taken. So I find the marketing aspect the most fulfilling. I'm head of marketing for the company, and I find that that's the most fun aspect of it. Just kind of seeing when you launch a new line, or how consumers are responding, or retailers are responding, distributors are responding to you know, the different ongoing developments of the company and the brand. And then with each of our new releases, whether they be limited or full production, it's about learning to listen and to be able to work with you know, any innovations that have taken place in the market with respect to blends or in general.
So do you think, is your brother still involved?
Yes,
with you?
he's very much involved.
Obviously you're a younger generation than your dad. Do you find that you two are bringing in new, different things from when he sort of started the company out?
Yes, we started together, and I think that my dad has a very sophisticated blending style, and I think that my brother is very much in tune with, I'm going to cough, sorry. My brother is very much in tune with what maybe are some of the new developments in the different markets, you know, how to tweak blends, while at the same time keeping those releases that are very important to cigar aficionados that say, wow, this is a transformation as I smoke, you know, I'm tasting this and I'm tasting that. And it's all about, you know, just trying different things and not being afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly, because I suppose he knows how he started and with the previous company and things like that. And then, like you said, you're moving forward with the brand and keeping up with demand and what people are, obviously there's younger generations coming up now that are smoking more and things like that. So you've got to bring in new things, but without messing up.
Yes, and sometimes, you know, he'll be a little adamant about, you know, not making too many changes, but we've managed to make it work. So
how do you see the future for EP Carrillo? Is there going to be more lines, or are you sticking to particular lines that you know works, or how do you see it sort of moving forward?
Okay. So the way that I envision the future of EP Carrillo is to have my father continue being involved, obviously, with the blending and the factory and all of those things that he's so passionate about, and my brother and I continuing to do what we're doing, which is also very important for the company. And who knows what the future holds. His daughters are still quite young. Mine are 18 and my son is 21. My son is not showing much interest, but my daughter is.
Okay.
So we'll see where it ends up. Hopefully this is something that can continue for a very long time, and we can just keep growing the brand and you know, be excited about what we do every day.
Nice. So we're really excited, obviously, to be representing you guys over here. And this is an amazing cigar that we've got here. Do you have anything new in terms of cigars coming out, or is it all very much the same for now, or is it a secret?
Yes, so we do have different offerings. Right now we're smoking a limited edition. So for this year, I feel it's safe to say that possibly with the limited editions that we are just looking at one 15-year, very special cigar.
Nice.
And then possibly another production this year, but it's too soon to tell. You know, the aging process and all of the necessary steps that need to happen. We have something very special in mind, so we're just not sure if it's going to be this year or the next.
Nice.
But you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, good. No, that is good to know. Thank you for having a chat with us today, and we look forward to working together for the next future, however long that is.
Yes,
we've got Ken
excited
as well joining us for events and things. He's sat in the background listening in. But thank you, Lisette.
But my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.